fine. So as we have discussed already, this Messi protocol, at each of the line, this is also called as write invalidate protocol. Okay, so each of the line in the cache can be in any one of the four states. Either it can be in a modified state, or it can be in exclusive state, or it can be in shared state, or it can be in invalid state. Okay, so let us try to understand what does all these things means. Okay, so the modified means this particular line in the cache has been modified. Okay, there are many caches, but we are talking about one of the cache. Okay, this particular line in the cache has been modified, and this particular line is available only in this cache. It is not in any other cache. Okay, if a particular line is in the state yum, then it means that this cache has already modified this line, and this line is available only in this cache. It is not in any other cache. Okay, if it is ye, if it is exclusive, then it means that the line in this cache is same as that in the main memory. It means it is not modified. The line in this cache is same as that of the main memory, and it is present only in this cache. It is not present in any other cache. That is the meaning of exclusive. If a particular line is marked as yum, it means that this particular cache has already modified this particular line and is available only in this cache. It is not available in any other cache. If a particular line is marked as ye, then it means that this particular line is same as that of it is in the main memory, and it is not in any other cache. That is called as exclusive. Okay, then the third state is shared. Shared means this particular line is same as that is in the main memory. This particular line is same as that is in main memory, but some other caches may also have this same line. Okay, some other caches may also have the same line or same content. That is called as shared. That means this line is shared with many other caches, but it is same as main memory. It is not yet modified. Okay, next, invalid. Invalid in the sense the line, this particular line in the cache is not valid. As of now, it is not valid. Okay, because previously somebody, so what is this invalid? We will discuss that in detail. Okay, later. So these are the possible four states. Modified means the line is in this cache and it is modified and is available only in this cache. Exclusive means the line is in this cache and it is same as that of the main memory content and is not present in any other cache. Shared means this particular line is in this cache and it is same as that of the main memory and it may present in some other cache also. Invalid means this line is invalid. It is no more valid. Okay, fine. So again, this table, we will come to this table later. We will discuss the actual concept. Okay, so the actual concept is explained through this state diagram, but before this state diagram I will tell what are the things we are going to discuss. So with Messi protocol we are going to discuss like what will happen when there is a read miss. Read miss, we call it as RM. RM represents read miss. Okay, what will happen when there is a read miss? Then we will discuss what will happen when there is a read hit. What will happen when there is a read hit? Then we will discuss what will happen when there is a write miss. Okay, then we will be discussing what will happen when there is a write hit. These are the four cases which we are going to discuss. Those four cases are explained through this state transition diagram. Okay, first let us not see this diagram. First let us try to understand the concept. So these are the four we are going to discuss. These are the four headings you call, or these are the four cases. When a read miss occurs, how Messi is going to behave. When a read hit occurs, how Messi is going to behave. When a write miss occurs, how Messi is going to behave. When a write hit occurs, how Messi is going to behave. Okay, first of all let us take read miss. When read miss will occur? When read miss will occur? See, read miss means what? Processor want to read a data. Okay, processor want to read a data. That data is not available in the cache. Okay, that data is not available in the cache. Okay, so it means currently that data is not available. So that line is currently not available in the cache. Okay, so then currently processor will be in which state? It will be in invalid state. That line is either invalid or it is not available. Okay, if that line is already available, then it will be either, that line is either in modified or exclusive or shared state. Okay, are you getting? So read miss will occur only if the particular line is available or if the particular line is invalid. Then only the read miss will occur. So as there is a read miss, now we will say that the processor itself is in a what you call invalid state. Invalid state. Actually, it is invalid with respect to this line. Whichever the line is not available, or whichever the line the processor is trying to read, which is an invalid line. Okay. So I am trying to, because every line should be in one state. Okay. So if a read miss is occurring, then that means it is in which state? That's what I am trying to explain. So read miss will occur only if it is in an invalid state or if the line itself is not in the cache. Okay, right. When the read hit will occur, next is read hit. Read hit means that line is in the cache. The line is in the cache and also it is not in invalid state. So the line is either in the modified state or in exclusive state or in shared state. Then only read hit will occur. Are you getting? So if read miss occurs means surely that particular line is in, if read miss means that line is in invalid state. Invalid means either the line is invalid or it is not available. Okay. Read hit means that line should be in any one of the three states: modified, exclusive or shared. Okay. Now coming to write miss. Again, write miss, when it will occur? Write miss occurs means either the line is not in the cache or the line is there but it is invalid. Okay. And write hit, when it occurs? Write hit occurs if the line is in the cache and it is any one of these three states: modified, exclusive or shared. Okay. So before going, I want you to understand this. Okay. So the point is read miss or write miss will occur only when the particular line is in invalid state. Okay. And read hit or write hit will occur only if the particular line is in any one of the other three states. Okay. Right. So with this knowledge, let us try to see how this read miss, read hit, write miss and write hit according with this scenario, how the BASIC protocol is going to behave. Okay. First, let us discuss about read miss. 1 minute. Yeah. So first, let us discuss about read miss. Okay. So read miss. So some processor is recreating the read miss. Okay. Some processor is trying to read. We have many processors. We are talking about SMP, symmetric multiprocessor. Some processor is trying to access a particular cache line, and that cache line is either not in the cache or it is in invalid state. So then it will create read miss. Okay. So the processor which is generating the read miss, that is called as initiating processor. Okay. The processor that is generating the read miss is called as initiating processor. We are calling it as initiating processor. Okay. And this processor, currently we assume, as it is in the read miss, creating a read miss, let us consider that this processor is currently in invalid state. With respect to that statement, it is in invalid state. Okay, either the statement is not there or the statement is invalid, so it is creating a read miss. And the processor who is generating the read miss is called as initiating processor, and that processor's current state is invalid state. Okay, fine. Now we have 4 cases here. There may be another processor. We are talking about symmetric multiprocessor. Okay, there may be some other processor. Okay, and that processor cache may have this data. That processor's cache may have this data clean clean in the sense without any modification. That process, whatever the data which the whatever the data this initiating processor is trying to read, that data may be available in some other processor's cache in the clean state. Clean state in the sense it is not modified. It is not modified. It is same as that in the main memory. Okay, and that processor may be, and that line may be in exclusive state. Okay, here also I said state, but clean is not state. Clean means it is not modified. Okay, and it is in exclusive state. Exclusive means what? Exclusive means only that processor is having that. Some other processor, some other, say this initiating processor is trying to access one particular line, cache line X. That line is available in some other processor's cache, and that data is clean. That is, it is not yet modified. It is same as that of the main memory, and that line is available in exclusive state. Exclusive means it is available only in this processor. If that is the case, then what will happen? If that is the case, then what will happen? Now another processor is also asking that same line. Okay, that is initiating processor. So this processor who is already having this line in the clean state and in exclusive state, this processor is, we will call it as responding processor, RP, responding processor. Okay, so responding processor, with respect to that line, it is in which state? Exclusive state. Okay, now initiating processor is requesting for that line. Okay, so the responding processor will transit from exclusive state to shared state. Are you getting? Because with respect to that particular line, it will transit from exclusive state to shared state. Why? Because no more that line is only available for this particular processor. Now that line we should give for initiating processor also, because initiating processor is asking that line, so that it created a cache miss. Okay, so the responding processor, here if you want I can write RP. RP will transit from E to S, that is exclusive state to shared state. Okay, and then IP, that is initiating processor, will read this particular line from the main memory, because whatever is in main memory, that is in that is same, that is not modified, it is clean. Okay, so the initiating processor will read that particular data, whatever it is missing, or whichever the one which created the cache miss, from the main memory, and initiating processor will transit to S state. Okay, or from I to S it will transit. Okay, IP will transit from I to, previously it is in invalid state, from invalid state it will transit to S state. This is first case, when the missing data, whichever the missing data from the initiating processor is available in some other processor in a clean state, and in and if that processor, for that particular instruction, if it is in exclusive state. Okay. The second case is if one or more processors cache. Okay, if one or more processors cache has that data in clean. Okay, in clean condition, we will call this as clean condition. Otherwise, let us not use the term state for two places. It is, we will call this as clean condition. Okay, so if one or more processors cache is having the same data or line, whichever this initiating processor is asking for, is having the same data in clean condition. Okay, if it is available in more than one cache, then it should be in S state. It cannot be in E state. I think it's clear. Something will be in E state only if it is available in only one cache. When you say more than one cache, okay, and it is in clean condition, it means that that data is only in S state. Okay, that line is shared state. Okay, then what will happen? All of them will signal. All of the cache who is having this particular data, they will signal. Okay, they will signal, because initiating processor is creating a cache miss. So all of these caches who is having this particular data which initiating processor has created a miss, all of this processor's cache will signal that we have this data, like that they will give a signal. Okay, Now what will happen? Now IP will read, that is initiating processor will read the data from memory, okay, and initiating processor will transit from I to S, shared state. What about the other processors? They will remain in shared state, that's all, because already they are in shared state. Now it is shared, now that same data is shared with one more processor, that is initiating processor. Okay, this is second case. Any one of these four things will happen. When there is a cache miss, whatever the data this initiating processor is asking, it may be only in one processor in clean condition, then that is called as exclusive state. If that is the case, then that processor will move from exclusive to shared state, and initiating processor will move from invalid to shared state. Okay, if that data is available in more than one cache in clean condition, then all the processors cache for that particular line, it is already in S state, so they will remain in S state. Okay, but the initiating processor will move from I state to S state, invalid to shared state. Okay, right. The third case is, see, if the data is available in some cache, RP represents responding processor's cache. Okay, if the shared data is available in some other processor's cache, but that data is modified. Modified means what? You recall from modified? Modified means it is available only in that particular cache. It is not in anywhere else, but it is modified. Okay, that's what we have discussed about modified. You just recall. Okay, so it means what? It is available only in this cache, but it is already modified. So the main memory copy is now not correct. Are you getting? Because it is in one particular cache and that cache has modified it. So whatever the copy is in main memory, that is not correct. So now when the IP creates a read miss, and if that data is available in some other cache, and if that data is already modified, then this responding processor, okay, then this responding processor will signal that yes, I have this data, but it is already modified, like that it will say. And also it will block the read operation of IP. See, IP, whenever there is a cache miss, it will try to read from the memory, right? But now, as RP has that same data in modified state, RP will not allow, RP's responding processor will not allow the IP to access the data from the main memory. So it will block the read operation. The read operation generated by initiating processor will be blocked. After blocking, the responding processor itself will send the data or line to the IP. The responding processor itself will send its data, because it is only having the correct data, the modified data. That data or line it will send to the initiating processor. Okay. After sending, now what will happen to RP? RP will transit from M to shared state, because M means what? M means that copy is only with me and it is modified. Okay, but now I have already shared this copy to IP, so no more it is only with me, it is already shared. So RP will move from M to I. Okay, RP will move from M to I. Okay, M to S, shared state. Okay, both the processor will move to shared state. Okay, but IP will move from I to shared state. Okay, I to shared state. Okay, but at the end RP and IP transits to shared state. Starting state is RP is M, from modified to share, but IP moves from invalid to share. Okay, this is third case. Fourth case is if no other cache has the copy of that data. That is, initiating processor is creating a miss, but none of the processor is having the copy of that data. Okay, either dirty, clean or modified. Okay, dirty and modified both are same, or you can call it as clean or dirty, either clean or modified. Okay, in that case what will happen? IP will read the data from main memory. Now only IP is holding the data. Are you getting? Now because nobody else has responded, if no other cache has the copy of that particular data, then IP will just read the data from the main memory, and IP will transit from I to E. exclusive, because now only IP is having this data. Okay, so this is how the concept of read miss works. Okay, so in these three, see, first case is what, the whatever the data for which the read miss is occurring, that data is available in some other cache, and in that cache it is available in exclusive state. Okay, that is it is not yet modified. Exclusive itself is not yet modified. So clean is already included in exclusive. Okay, so even you need not state this. So it is in exclusive state, means it is clean, it is not modified. Okay, now when the miss occurs, no, this particular processor, which we call it as responding processor, it will signal that I am having this data like that. But IP will read the data from the memory. IP will read the data from memory, and IP will transit from I to S, and RP will transit from E to S. Okay, that is exclusive to shared. Right? This is one particular situation. Another situation is, whatever the cache miss occurs, if that data is available in more than one cache and it is in S state. Okay, S itself means what? Again, S itself means the data is not modified with respect to main memory, but it is available in more than one cache. So that is called as S state. Then all those caches will signal that we have this data, but they will remain in S state only, because now we are going to share that with somebody else, IP also, that's it. IP will read the data from MM, and IP will transit from I to S state, invalid to shared state. Okay, this third cache is quite different. This only you should understand clearly. If the data is available in only one of the processor, and that processor's cache has already modified it, then that will be in M state. It is modified. Modified itself means it is in only in one cache, and it is in only one cache, and the content of main memory is not correct. It is inconsistent. Okay, so now when the cache miss occurs, this particular processor who has that content in modified state, it will signal, and it will block the read operation, because when there is a read miss, IP will initiate a read operation. It will block that read operation. RP will block the read operation of IP, and RP will send the data or the line to IP, and then RP will move from M to S state. Previously RP is in modified state, now it will move to S state, shared state, because that line is now getting shared with IP, and IP will also move from I to shared state. Okay, and the fourth condition is, if no other cache has that copy or line, then IP will just read it from the main memory, and IP will move from I to E state, because it is only with what? It is exclusively available. Now it is only available with initiating processor. Okay, so this is about read miss. Okay, then coming to read hit. Read hit means, that is, the processor is looking for some data, and that data is already available in the cache. So there is nothing will happen. It simply reads that data. No state changes. It will remain in the same state. Previously, if that line is in M state, now also it will remain in the M state. Previously, if that line is in S state, now also it will remain in the S state. Previously, if that line is in E state, exclusive state, now also it will remain in exclusive state. So that's it about read hit. Okay, now let us try to connect this with this diagram. Okay, so here there are two diagrams shown. One is with respect to that particular processor which is initiating the read operation. The other one is with respect to other processors, because here, if you recall, we have discussed 4 cases, right? IP is one processor which is initiating the read operation, and there is a miss. These other 4 cases are with respect to what? With respect to RP, the behavior changes. Okay, so this left side transition diagram is with respect to IP. This right side is with respect to RP, responding processor, which can also be called a snooping cache. Okay, right. So cache miss occurs only when there is invalid state, that we know. Okay, so but after invalid, so there is a cache miss. Now for cache miss, there are 4 cases we have discussed. What is the first case? if that data is available in some other processor, and if that processor is in exclusive state. Okay, if that processor is if that in that processor, if that statement is in exclusive state. Okay, if that is the case, now what will happen? This particular thing will signal. Okay, so that for that you have to refer this diagram, because this diagram is with respect to initiating processor. This diagram is with respect to initiating processor. This diagram is with respect to responding processor. Okay, so initiating processor is creating a catch miss, right? Now we are discussing four cases. The first case is if that data whichever the initiating processor is requesting, it is available in one of the processor's cache, and if that line is in exclusive state. Okay, then what will happen? It will signal and IP will read it from the memory. All these will happen. After that, this RP will move from exclusive to which state? Exclusive to shared state. Okay, so that is what its state. SHR means Snoop hit on read. Okay, SHR means what? Snoop hit on read. Okay, so Snoop hit on read in the sense because that data whichever is missing for IP, but that is available here. What is a miss for initiating processor? What is a miss for initiating processor? That is a hit for RP. Okay, that is what SHR means. Okay, R represents read. We are talking about read. It is a read miss for IP, but actually it is a hit for this particular processor. In this particular processor, it is available whatever it is missing for the initiating processor. Okay, so it moves from exclusive to shared. Okay, and this IP will move where? In IP, what is happening? In IP, what is happening? Read miss. So read miss means what? RM, read miss. This is read miss exclusive. We are talking about read miss. Okay, we are talking about this is yeah. This is read miss. Yeah, this is read miss. Okay, but it comes under read miss shade. This comes under read miss shade. Okay, so it will move from invalid to shared state. Okay, because already it is shared with what? Already it is shared with somebody who is in exclusive state. Okay, so this is for the first case. And for the second case, IP is creating a read miss. IP is creating a read miss, and that data it is already available in more than one processor in shared state. It is already available in more than one processor in shared state. So here it is a hit. I mean, in RP, in responding protocol, it is a hit. Okay, which is nothing but Snoop hit on read. So they will remain in the same state. But with respect to IP, again it is what? It is RMS. Read miss shared. It is sharing with all these things. So it will move from invalid to shared state. Okay. Third case is, what is third case? Third case is IP is creating a miss. And that data, IP is creating a miss, and that data is not it is available in only one system. Okay, it is available in only one processor, and that processor has modified it. Okay, so RP is in modified state. Okay, so again it is SHR. That is what? That is with respect to RP, it is SHR. That is shared. It is Snoop hit on read. So RP will move from modified to shared state. Okay, and IP will move from, again for IP it is what? Again for IP it is RMS. That is read miss shared. Okay, so it will move from invalid to shared state. Okay, and the fourth case is IP has created a read miss, and that data is not available anywhere. That data is not available anywhere. So here none of them is going to respond. So here none of them is going to respond. So that is actually RME. RME, that is read miss exclusive. So now IP will read that data from main memory and it will move to exclusive state. Okay. So this is with respect to read miss. Coming to read hit. Read hit will happen only if an instruction is in any one of the three states. Either in read hit, either in shared, exclusive or modified. Read hit cannot happen for invalid state. Okay. So previously if it is in shared state, and if there is a read hit, it will remain in the same state. Previously if it is in exclusive state, and if it is a read hit, it will remain in the same state. Previously if it is in modified state, and if there is a read hit, it will remain in the same state. Okay. So now we have just discussed about read miss and read hit. So we have not yet discussed this diagram fully. We have discussed only the read miss and read hit part. Now let us discuss about write miss and write hit. Okay. So first, what is write miss? So write miss means what? The processor want to write something to the cache. Okay, but that data is invalid or it is not available. Okay. So IP, that is initiating processor, again its current state is what? Its current state is invalid. Initiating processor, it is creating the write miss. So whenever it is creating a miss, you understand that it is in invalid state. Okay. Now whenever a write miss is created, the IP, the initiating processor, will initiate a memory read. It will initiate a memory read, and this is a special memory read. This memory read, see, it is a write miss, or you see this carefully, it is a write miss, and whenever there is a write miss, the initiating processor is creating a memory read. But this is a special memory read which is called as RWITM, which means read with the intention to write. Okay, RWITM, here it is explained, or read with the intention to modify. Okay, so that is what is called as RWITM, read with the intention to modify, because it wants to write. Write means what? Modify. So but there is a write miss, so it is initiating a read operation, and it is not a normal read operation, it is RWITM, which means read with the intention to modify. Okay, right? So it is so for a particular instruction it wants to read, right? So that instruction will be loaded into the bus. Before it is sent to the initiating processor, it will be loaded into the bus, right? So IP is initiating RWITM, read with the intention to modify. So the moment it initiates this particular signal, that particular line will be loaded into the bus. Now once that line is loaded into the bus, two things may happen, two scenarios may occur. So there can be a scenario 1 or scenario 2. Both of these things we are going to discuss. If it is scenario 1, what will happen in the sense, in scenario 1, RP, that is respondent processor, here instead of responding processor, we are the textbook actually called as alerted processor. The textbook calls as alerted processor, or you can also call it as respondent processor, nothing wrong. Okay, some processor is responding. Okay, you can either call it as RP or alerted processor. Okay, so what is an alerted processor? The alerted processor is the one which already contains the modified copy of the data which IP is trying to read. Is it clear? IP is creating a write miss. Okay, as there is a write miss, IP is generating a RWITM signal. Once RWITM signal is generated, that particular line will be loaded into the bus. Once it is loaded into the bus, before the content reaches IP, two things may happen. Two possibilities are there. Two scenarios are there. The first scenario is, say some other processor has already having this content in a modified form, which means what? Which means the content in main memory is not correct. Which means what? Some other processor is having the same content modified, which means what? Which means the main memory content is wrong. So whatever that is loaded in the bus is not correct, because IP initiates a read operation, right, which is RWITM. So based on that, from main memory it is loaded. That is not correct. Okay, so that if and modified content is available in some processor, then this processor will alert. This processor will alert. So it is called as alerted processor. So that is, it will give a signal. That is, it will give a signal. Okay, that is, it will give a signal that, look, I have the modified content. Whatever the data you are reading from the memory, that is not the correct content. Like that, it will give a signal. The moment IP receives this signal, IP will surrender the bus. IP will surrender the bus. Okay, because IP knows that the data is inconsistent. There is no point in reading from main memory. So IP will surrender the bus and it will wait. Okay. Meanwhile, alerted processor, whichever the processor that has alerted that I am having the modified content, like that, that processor will gain the bus. And it will write that content to main memory. That is, it has the modified content, right? It will update that to main memory. Okay, right? After updating that alerted processor will move to invalid state. Why it is moving to invalid state? Normally it should move to modified state. In case of read, it should move to modified state, but here it is moving to invalid state. Why it is moving to invalid state means, because now IP is going to take and modify it. Okay, in read operation it won't modify. The other processor will not modify. It is just going to read it. So it will go to modify state. But here that is not the case. Now IP will take that data and it will modify. The moment IP modifies, whatever is in alerted processor will become invalid. So first itself it makes it invalid. Okay, I think you are following. So the alerted processor gains the bus. It writes the data to the main memory. After writing, it will transit to invalid state. Why it is transiting to invalid state means, now the initiating processor is going to take the data and it is going to modify it, because its initiating processor intention is what? Read with the intention to modify. Okay, now the initiating processor will once again issue RWITM. Okay, initiating processor, we shall write once again, second time it is issues RWITM, and then it gains the bus. It reads the line. Now it is having updated line. It modifies it. And it transits to YUM state. Okay, the IP will transit to from I to invalid state to modified state. Is it clear? So this is scenario 1. Okay, so in scenario 1, the alerted processor is having already the modified content. So it is signaling that I am having the modified content. So IP will release the bus. Then the alerted processor will gain the bus. It will update to the main memory, or we can call this write back to the main memory, and the alerted processor will change its states from modified to invalid, and IP will once again the initiating processor will once again gain the bus. It will read that particular line, it will modify it, and it will transit from invalid state to modified state. Okay, so this is scenario 1. Scenario 2, if no caches have modified, there is no RP which is modified. Okay, if no caches were modified, in that case what will happen? So nobody has modified, nobody is disturbing IP initiating processor. So IP will just read the line. It will modify the line, and IP will transit to YUM state. IP will transit to what state? I to YUM state, invalid to YUM state. Okay. Okay, but there may be some other processor which may have the same data. But they might not have modified. Okay, so if clean copies of this data, if clean copies of this particular line, okay, if clean copy of this particular line, whichever IP is reading with the intention to modify, if clean copies of this line is in more than one caches, if it is in more than one caches, it is clean, it is modified, it is not modified, so they will be in what state? S state. Okay, then in that case all those all those lines which are in S state will transit to I state. Okay, because now IP has modified it, so no more previously the clean content or correct, so it will transit to I state. Or otherwise, if there is a clean copy in only in one cache, if a clean copy of whatever the content IP is looking for, that is only in one cache, then that cache will be previously in E state. Now after IP is modifying there, that will transit from E to I state. Okay, so this is with respect to what you call write miss. Okay, so let us see the diagram. So whenever there is a write miss, the initiating processor is going to be in which state? Invalid state. Okay, now with write miss, what happened? There can be one processor in the other end which is in the modified state. Okay, which is in the modified state. Okay, so what it will do? It will release the system bus, and IP will gain the bus. IP. So then it will signal that I have the modified content. Then IP will release the system bus. Then this processor, which we call it as what processor we call, which we are, instead of RP we are using the term alerted processor. So this alerted processor, let us call it as AP. So this will gain the system bus and it will update the memory. Okay, it will update that line into the memory. Okay, and it will change its state from modified to invalid. This happens when SHW occurs. What is SHW? You see, snoop hit on write or read with the intention to modify. Okay, so IP gave what signal? Read with the intention to modify. Whenever IP gives read with the intention to modify, all these things happens. Okay, that is, first AP will say that I have the modified content, then IP will release the bus, AP will gain the bus, it will update the main memory. After updating the main memory, it will move from modified state to invalid state. Okay, so this down arrow here, it represents dirty line copy back. So this is a dirty, modified means dirty data. Okay, so it should be copied back to the main memory. After copying back, it moves to invalid. Okay, now IP will read that particular line. From the main memory. Okay, and then it will move to modified state. Okay, so if it is reading, what is that? If it reads and then it keeps in the main memory, and then only it moves to modified state. That is, we can call it as write. As a result of write miss. Okay, previously there is a write miss. Okay, because of the write miss, all these things are happening. So IP moves from invalid to modified state. Okay, right? So IP is creating a write miss. After write miss, it is generating what? RWIM, whatever it may be, read with the intention to modify. Okay, or RWIM, I think, read with the intention to, or WITM, read with the intention to modify. Okay, once this signal is generated, then that line will be placed in the system bus. Now AP will react. Alerting processor will respond that I have the data. So IP will release the bus. Then AP will give back. Then AP will write the data to the memory. Okay, that is represented through this down arrow. Okay, dirty line copy back, and AP will move from modified to invalid state. Okay, now IP will read the data from the memory. Okay, read that particular line from the memory, and it will modify it. So as a result of the miss, finally IP is moving from invalid state to modified state. That is what this diagram shows. Okay, right. Okay, and the scenario 2 is what? There is nothing like modified. If there is no modification happened, then what will happen? Then the IP will just read from the memory and it will modify. So anyway, there is a miss, means it will go to from invalid it will go to modified state. So this particular thing represents read with the intention to modify. Okay, read with the intention to modify. Okay, so coming to here in the other end, maybe some of the systems may be in the shared state. Okay, that is the data is clean, the data is clean. Whatever the data IP is previously creating a miss, that data may be present in more than one cache in a clean state. They are not modified it. But now the moment IP has modified that, then they will become invalid. So that is called as SHW. So what is SHW? Snoop hit on write. Okay, Snoop hit on write. Because whatever the data for which in IP is creating a miss, that is a hit here. That is a hit for this shared content. Okay, but they have not modified it. So but anyway, but they will become invalid. Okay, similarly that may happen if that is with only in one cache also. So if it is in only one cache, that is in exclusive case. And now also if there is a hit for whatever miss happens for IP, then from exclusive state they will move to invalid, right? Okay, so this is about write miss. Then coming to write hit, the last case is write hit. Okay, so the effect of the write hit depends on the current state of IP of the initiating processor. If initiating processor is currently in the shared state, if initiating processor is currently in the shared state, okay, that is write hit means the data is already available in the cache. Okay, if it is already in the shared state, okay, then what will happen? It want to write, but shared means what? If you recall shared means that copy of data is available in more than one cache, but they are not modified. They are not modified. But now now IP want to perform a write operation. So it must gain an exclusive ownership. It should become E. Then only it can. Currently it is in S state. It should become E. Exclusive. It should get an exclusive ownership. It should become E. Then only it can perform write. Okay. So IP will signal its intent that I want an exclusive ownership on this. Okay, IP will, that initiating processor will say that I want an exclusive ownership of this. It means that I want to perform a write operation. I want to perform a write operation, that can be put in other words that I want an exclusive ownership. Okay. Now once IP sends this signal, all other copies will transit to I state. All other copies will transit from S to I state. S to I state. Okay, now IP will modify. IP will modify it, and now IP will transit to what state? S to M state. It is modified. Previously it is in S state, now it will modify to M state. This is the case when there is a hit occurs and originally initiating processor is in shared state. If initiating processor is in exclusive state, then already it is in exclusive state. Okay, if it is in shared state, first it should become exclusive state, and then it should modify, and then it should become M state. So here if you see, there are two transitions. In fact, there are two transitions. First from S it becomes E exclusive, then from E it becomes, after modification it becomes M. But in the second case already it is in exclusive state, so directly it can just, so it means that that line is available only with this processor, and so far it is not modified. Now IP want to modify, so IP will just update that content and it will transit to M state. From E to M state it will transit. Okay, this is the case if originally IP is in E state. If originally IP is in M state, already it is in M state, already it has modified, and that line is available only in this cache, so IP will just modify it, nothing else. IP will just modify it and it will remain in the same state. What state? M state. Previous state also M, current state is also M. So this is with respect to write hit. So if you see here, so if the processor is in shared state, and if it is a write hit, it will move to modified state. Okay, but actually in between it becomes a, in between it will what you call, it will move to E state, exclusive state, and then it will come back to modified state. Okay, right. Okay, that is, so that here it is showing what? Invalid transaction. It cannot directly modify. So first it should gain the bus. So when it tries to modify, it becomes invalid transaction. So everybody else who is having the same copy, they will invalidate it. They will invalidate, not invalid transaction. They will invalidate the transaction, because this particular processor IP says that I want to modify. So if somebody else is having the same copy, they will invalidate it. Their data, that copy will become invalid. Now IP will get exclusive control. After once all others becomes invalidated, then IP will get what? Exclusive control, right? Exclusive control, and it will go to modified state. Okay, so when IP is creating a read hit, and if others are in shared state, this happens. Okay, are you getting? Okay, write hit. Okay, when others are in shared state, so this happens. So when others are in shared state, this is the shared state. Okay, when somebody else in the shared state, and when there is a read hit, I think this is SHW, Snoop hit on read, then whoever previously in shared state, they will move to invalid state. Okay. The second case is if IP is in exclusive state. If IP is in exclusive state, and if there is a write hit, it will just modify and it will move back to modified state. Okay. Here there is no role of others, because nobody else is having that data. Okay. If already IP is in modified state, and again if there is a write hit, it will remain in the same state. Okay. So that's it about MESI protocol, and that's it about cache coherence. So let us stop with this. Thank you.